Man, Joe, you're a racist. You know that? I swear.
I'm a racist, a womanizer, I'm just an asshole.
Racist, womanizer, asshole, working for the government.
All the above.
I mean, dude, I couldn't believe, like, when I saw that.
Oh, yeah, like, I'm working for the government, okay.
Yeah, don't forget, you're a mom.
I must be a robot, I don't have to freaking think or something.
You're constantly at the job, man. And Alex Jones, apparently, too. He's running a show, he's running a business, and,
That was hilarious. I mean, apparently, like, I think Leanne McAdoo, she's KGB. So was Darren McGreen. Some of the other guys are CIA people. We got some Stratford employees, apparently. It's just amazing.
Alex Jones is Bill Hicks.
We got some talented info wars, I guess.
Bill Hicks, have you heard that one? Alex Jones, people keep saying it's Bill Hicks. There's all these videos on YouTube. I don't even waste my time with them, man. But
I don't see how people make these connections and see this stuff. I mean, they must be on LSD all the time.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's something. I mean, honest to God, something. Or the fact of the matter is they literally have nothing else to do, so they're trying to attack someone big to get themselves big, not realizing it just looks things big.
Government shield or some crap like that. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah, no, they got those bots too, you know, that just like fucking start attacking you, like that are like on Facebook Messenger and stuff like that put up negative.
I'm gonna go out and buy an earpiece and just walk around with one of my ear all the time, so they can play into that. And I'll get me a black suit and
put
the CIA logo on my Twitter page or something.
Start talking in your sleeve all the time. And
whenever I see someone that like looks at me, I'll just start talking into my arm.
Dude, I might as well give them something to laugh about, huh? But yeah, man.
No, they won't laugh. They'll have a heart attack and be like, "Oh my God, I knew it."
Yeah, and guess what, Joe? There goes views for you, brother, and then your real information will get out there more too. Yeah, I mean, play along with it. Fuck it, Halloween's coming up.
Somebody said that I was a secret government agent and that my job was to infiltrate InfoWars, and infiltrate would mean that I would have to ask for the job. Alex asked me if I would work there, so they're debunked that part. But then I'm supposed to infiltrate InfoWars and then turn on him and kill him. And that's what the government's paying you to do, apparently.
As he had previously had you on as a guest, like 3-4 times, and then, you know, so people do your research before you talk.
Well, I love the trolls, man. The trolls are fun. The trolls are a hilarious thing. If I'm bored and I'm down and I need to pick me up, I just start reading YouTube comments and I always get a good kick out of it.
It makes me go up and hit my heavy bag. I wish that was somebody else, you know, like. I get the alien community after me. Have you guys ever gotten that? Have you gotten any attacks or not, like, believing, like, when you did debunking that UFO video, did you get attacked by the alien community? Because they're evil, bro. They're ruthless.
There's an alien community?
Yeah, dude, they, like, harassed me on this show the first couple episodes.
What, do they only come out of their rooms during Comic-Con or something?
Like, I have no idea, but somebody just brought up that to their knowledge, and they were in Black Ops, that there's no aliens and this and that, and I had organized, like, 30 people protest saying the same thing to me, email me at the same time, talking all this crap. And I responded to a bunch of comments on a video of Brian Forrester, who's on the History Channel, and he was on Ancient Aliens. They took his, like, research, basically, on how the pyramids are older and other, like, ancient megalithlifs, like, basically were built with some kind of, like, electric tools or something that we would have trouble doing today, but he doesn't think it's aliens. He thinks people are a lot smarter. So after I did that show, which was one of my biggest shows as far as views, all of a sudden since then I've been attacked like you wouldn't believe, because I guess, you know, it hit the ancient alien theorist community pretty hard, I guess. They got...
Well, if they got a problem with it, let them get abducted and they get hit hard again, get broke.
Yeah, that's probably our government abducting them in the first place, you know what I'm saying? And then...
probably just too much tequila and then bad memories with Uncle Bob.
I mean, sure, there's people that see stuff, you know, but you know damn well there's classified aircraft we don't know about. There's tons of shit that we don't know about. So I just ask them always, what makes an alien? You know? Like, and they can never, why aren't you looking up in the sky, you fucking dumbass, was one of the questions.
What?
Don't you ever fucking look up in the sky? And I said, why do you always fucking look up in the sky? Don't you have anything better?
Why don't you look up in the sky and then stand on a railroad track?
Yeah, I should have said that.
That's a good one.
I said, I'll glue your lips to your eyes and make you watch your mouth or something like that. Like, I was just pissed, dude. I had it. And I said, Pete Wichert's harder to beat than a dope case. Leave me alone. But yeah, no, I'll tell you, you should be thankful these people don't harass you, man.
Yeah, fan club right there.
like our first 3 shows, right, John? There's a guy calling in with like a British accent about aliens nonstop.
That's crazy, dude.
So I'm at the point where, like, if there were aliens, I hate them. And I don't even believe them. But, I know you don't have much more time. You got about, what, like 4 or 5 minutes with us? What time is it, Joe?
Yeah.
Any final points you would like to bring up? Anything you're working on that like?
Well, I really want to start like I'm really thinking about boycotting Uber.
Really?
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why, because they just started Uber Health, and what they do is they bring a registered nurse to your home to give you flu inoculation.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Uber is a $15 billion company, and it's happened pretty fast.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
People like Goldman Sachs and all that are paying into it and making these guys billions. But now they want to turn their trendy cab company into a vaccination.
A mobile vaccination.
Mobile vaccination thing.
And then
that's ridiculous.
If you think about CVS and Walgreens giving flu shots out for free, like when does a major company give anything for free? Okay, so do you think that they care about us that much that Uber has a mobile vaccine clinic and free shots everywhere? People wake up, man. There's something behind it. I mean,
Shit never ends, man.
Obviously, the mercury, the cancer.
Well, all these cab companies are trying to sue Uber, but Uber, like I said, has $15 billion. So
Yeah.
They're not going to win in any lawsuit whatsoever. They have more money. They'll win. Uber will beat them.
I always thought that
one of the CEOs of Uber came out and said that he wants to get to a point where no one has personal vehicles anymore. And we know that the Obama administration is trying to push for this tax by the mile when you drive.
Black box.
So what's going to happen is they raise these taxes. You're no longer able to afford these your own cars. Then you have to use an Uber or these driverless cars. And then think about a driverless car. That's a cage. That's a jail cell.
Yeah.
If you're delinquent on some kind of payment, and all of a sudden the car stops and locks the doors, you can't get out, and notify the authorities, and you're getting pulled over, or you're already pulled over, but they come over and grab you.
What if there's a computer malfunction? You drive off a fucking cliff. Sharp luck.
I'm not going in a car with no one in there driving.
I mean, Alex Jones predicted that years and years ago, you know that, and it's coming true. They're talking about, like, by, 2025, every car they want or something like that is going to drive itself. And then they're talking, like you said, with DARPA invented, I think, those black boxes. They want to force you to have them, and even if you have an older car, you have to get it and put it in your car, otherwise you get fined. So, I mean, now, like you said, pretty soon, what are they going to need humans for in general?
Yeah, but I'm not driving a car without a human, I'm sorry.
You're not driving the car anyway.
I'm not going nowhere, though, without no human.
So, in conclusion, too, brother, again, thanks for coming on, but keep up the good work. You're doing a hell of a job. I just wanted to ask you to elaborate on one thing. Was there anything breaking about that opium video you did on the nightly news yesterday?
Well, what's going on is our company has dropped around $7 billion the past few years to help stop the growth of opium production in Afghanistan, and instead the production has skyrocketed and quadrupled. So in 2001, that's when we didn't really have any kind of Western presence. The Taliban was at their highest strength, and there was hardly any opium production. They stopped that. And then once we surged in, the production skyrocketed. In 2013, it put Afghanistan as 90% of the opium in the world comes from Afghanistan now since 2013, and our country has their hands all in it. You know, and in the video I recount multiple missions where I would go out with OGA, which is other government agencies, and we would go on these missions to these opium fields and get out, and these like secret agent guys would get out and go speak to the farmers of that opium field. And basically, I guess they would be like, all right, are you going to play ball with the U.S. government or not? Because sometimes they would come back and tell us to destroy the field, and then sometimes they would come back and say, all right, just set up the perimeter and guard this, make sure no one screws with it. So the country definitely has a lot of money to make. I mean, you got to think 90% of the opiums come from Afghanistan. People's lives all over the world, in Europe, heroin addiction is through the roof. I heard a report that in
painkillers are made with it.
What is it? Not Oregon, but on the other side, Vermont has a huge heroin addiction. You know, you got people who are addicted to painkillers. You know, all kinds of different stuff, and it destroys people's lives, livers, all this stuff at an early age. You know, there's soldiers who get addicted to them while they're overseas, because even when I was deployed, they were shoving Percocet down our throats and giving us 50 tablets a week.
Yeah, and
they told us they would do that because in case we got shot or blown up, we wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, I remember.
A lot of my fellow soldiers would come back completely addicted to them, and one of them was so bad that when they told him he couldn't take it anymore because they were going to start doing piss tests again, he decided to shoot himself in the leg with a handgun so he could go to the hospital and get prescribed painkillers again because he was so addicted to them. Because the government got him on it.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that.
Instead, they gave him Tylenol 3s and pat him on the back and say, "Suck it up, buddy."
Tylenol 3s don't even help me when I have a major operation at the dentist, man. But yeah, no, I got to admit it. You said that the first time we ever spoke, and I brought that up to people, you know, and I often bring you up like, you know, hey, yeah, and you should check my show out and ask, you know, what it's about. And I bring up, you know, like you a lot, and some of the stories, you know, you said, and you shared that with us. And when I tell people that, their jaws drop, but they believe me. And then they end up watching and hearing it, and they go, thank God someone like that is talking, but why is our army doing that? Did they invade Afghanistan for that? And I said, yeah, I think maybe that has something to do with it.
You know, the only reason we ever had to go into Iraq was because Saddam Hussein, number one, threatened W's daddy.
Yep.
And then number two, Saddam Hussein decided to no longer use the American dollar for the petrodollar, and instead use and switch to the euro, much like Iran did a while back, which is why we've hated Iran
and nationalized oil
for a long time. So Iraq was all about oil.
Yep.
Regardless. But after 9/11, we decided to go after oil money. Instead, the real fight was in Afghanistan. And once we got in Afghanistan, we're like, oh my God, we can make a lot more money here.
Yep.
All this opium. Hell yeah.
And lithium, too. They found so many lithium veins in it. Listeners don't know. That's in like your computer, cell phone. I mean, so yeah, that could have been major factors, you know. Granted, the Taliban didn't control a lot of the area, though, there, right? Joe? The Taliban did control a lot of that area, but I mean, did they directly even have a role in the attacks? Are they separate from Al Qaeda, the Taliban?
The Taliban, it's all the same thing. I mean, Taliban, Al Qaeda, it's all the same.
So basically, you guys are working with them.
An old school traditional group. Al Qaeda is the more like what Bin Laden started, but you know, Osama Bin Laden, you know, had close ties with the Taliban, and they kind of forged a group together, and the Taliban turned more into Al Qaeda, but the Taliban was there first.
Okay, I always wondered that. So basically, you guys were guarding the Taliban's opium field.
Well, once the Western, you know, the troops got in there, the government,
coalition forces.
Once we got over there, they started making deals with the Taliban, saying, all right, you know, let's work out a deal here. Stop destroying this field, because like I said, in 2001, when the Taliban was at their most powerful, in Afghanistan, opium production was very low. And then once we went in there, I think we kind of used them as like pimps, like drug dealers and stuff like that. We had them, or not drug dealers, but had them be like the chefs, the cooks, and started working close to the Taliban because we were funding and training the Taliban back during the Afghan-Soviet war when Mikhail Gorbachev was there.
Yep.
So I think they use them to help, bully these farmers into, boosting this production up so they can make some money. And I'm sure that, the Taliban's making money off the deal, and, our country's definitely making a lot of money off of it. We're never going to see it, but,
wow.
The sales in heroin are so high. Meanwhile, our country's like, $1 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
So where's all this money going?
Yeah, and the taxes, think about that, I mean, people, we're getting raped. There's no way around it. And the only way to stop it is to speak up and fucking get pissed and to be active and to actually, listen to people like Joe Biggs, follow Infowars.com, follow The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, stay, in tune with reality and realize that if everyone's tax dollars went to the homeless, we would have no homelessness. If our government even used the drug money that the profits from it on the homeless people, there'd be no homelessness. So you got to think about it, people. We're getting raped here. But Joe, I know you're a busy man, and I appreciate you coming on again. And you're always welcome. And I'm sure we're gonna invite you on again in the near future. But I love you, brother. Keep up the damn good work. You're a hell of a fucking person, hell of a man, hell of a reporter. And you guys at InfoWars, man, I don't know what the hell we would be doing as far as getting information and news accurately without you guys. So I thank you very much for coming on and for everything you do, bro.
I appreciate it, man. You guys have a good rest.
Thank you,
guys
brother.
keep up the good work as well, too, man. You guys are kicking ass.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Joe, man. You couldn't do it without you, man. Thank you.
Take it easy, Joe.
Keep it up.
All right, brother.
All right.
See you.
There you go.
That it was Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs, but now he goes by Joe Biggs.
Joe Biggs.
Because, you know what, he is Joe Biggs. He's made a name for himself
as
a reporter. Yeah. I'm not even just saying this because he comes on our show, and but Dondi, you could say, is a reporter. He's a good one. He's a great reporter, too. And him and Biggs, I think, have the most balls, and will push that limit, will do the extra, ask that question that some people are afraid to, hop that fence.
Yeah, like Biggs, because he'll go over and beyond, over and beyond, and he doesn't care, he doesn't fear, that's the thing about him, that's why I give him props,
How many times did he get arrested, like, when he came on the show the first, 4 times?
No, I know. And it's like nothing to him.
I mean, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy.
That's why I give him props, honestly.
I mean, honestly, without Joe Biggs, Infowars.com, what the heck? We would all be brainwashed.
Like I said, he goes over and beyond of what he had,
Look at Ferguson. He got shot with rubber bullets, pepper sprayed numerous nights in a row, and kept coming back. Was in the front lines in between the cops and the people that were protesting.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know many people that would like to be in that situation.
Well, most of the people wouldn't do that. That's the thing.
You know anyone that would go to Dallas right when Ebola's breaking out?
Exactly.
Just to get the information out there. Do you know anyone that would cross the border with a fake chopped off head to do the ISIS bucket challenge for to point out how easy it is to get across? No, not many people. Not many people would, and Joe Biggs does that.
Well, that's why I think he is making the name for himself. From from the start to now, he's grown.
Yeah,
he's grown big time,
and he's gonna keep getting better. And
the
scary thing. He's already great.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he's amazing. It's just whatever he's gonna do from here on, it's still gonna be. He's still gonna grow. He's still gonna. It's Joe Biggs. I mean, he's making a name for himself. Honestly.
You know how they make those jokes about like Chuck Norris and stuff like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Just replace Chuck Norris with Joe Biggs.
Chuck Norris, you're down. Joe Biggs, you're in.
You know. But I swear, man, that guy is a man's man, and I can't say enough about him. He's a friend to me. He's honest to God. I mean, when we just started out, we had Sean Stone as our first guest.
Yep.
Then we had Dwight Magnum and Joe Biggs.
Yeah.
And since then, I have to say I have a great friend who is not only a great friend, a great reporter, and a great human being, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an honor that I had that relationship with them. It's an honor that I could, you know, go on Facebook or send them a text message, hey Joe, what do you think about this? And you know, but I got to admit, the guy is a great guy. So for people like Pete Santelli,
oh yeah, no, he can fuck off.
you can fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that we try to limit our swearing.
Well,
but
but
we're gonna stick up for
Yeah,
our friends.
yeah.
Okay? So if you got a problem, why don't you come address it to our face?
Yeah, I'm not
You want to
gonna.
talk about us? We're not big enough yet for you to talk about. You're not big enough yet for us to talk about you, motherfucker.
We ain't gonna sugarcoat this. We're not gonna sugarcoat this one bit, honestly.
I think it sounds like you're the government agent, motherfucker, and I'm not gonna even say much because I don't know you.
He's a weirdo,
bro. Shut the fuck up before
He's
I
a
find you.
weirdo, man. That's all.
And if I find you in my turf in Chicago,
Come Chicago.
you're getting
Come to
jacked,
Chicago.
you're getting jacked in the face. And welcome to Chi-Town.
Come to Six Corners. What a
Yeah, come to Six Corners. We'll invite you live in the studio. We just can't promise you'll make it out without a broken nose.
You just won't make it out at all.
That's how we roll. And so, on that note,
I love it.
we're gonna play some of Joe's reports.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And hey, Danny, which ones did I give you again?
You gave me liberals sign petition to bring
That's a great
Ebola
one.
patients into the U.S.
Okay. And then
And soldier admits to helping grow opium.
okay.
And Canada police caught staging false flags.
We'll roll with the first two like originally planned because we went over with the police.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all right. Well, this is Pete Wichert and Johnny B. Good.
Oh, wow.
Back on the
Yeah,
screen,
buddy.
baby.
Yeah, buddy.
And this is Thursday, October 23rd of the year 2014, and from here on out we'll have open phones, so after the break call in at 1-773-657-3341. This is Pete Wichert signing out. Hold on there, we'll be back in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.